We caught some chilling evidence at the haunted shop in Atchison. We're also investigating the limestone theory. Does that explain all of the paranormal activity that not only we, but everyone else is experiencing? Well, not everyone, but people that do experience it. And we've got more paranormal stories for you coming up.
What's up, my fellow haunties? I'm Jacob Bornier.
And I'm Ryan.
And welcome back to HaHaHaunted.
We're back from our investigation.
We are.
At the infamous shop in Atchison.
One that we were told
the one
is not haunted anymore, but guess what? Fuck you, Jeff. Or,
sorry,
Jeff.
Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, we were told that he had a priest over there bless it, and then we were told that there was no activity there since. Even after that update we got in episode 2 about the medium after he was fixing her sink or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think we squashed that.
We sure did.
If you have not seen that video of the investigation, we're going to link it in this video and in the description below. You need to check it out because
You need to tell us what you heard. We heard some stuff. I also think when I keep listening to it, I'm going to keep telling myself what I think I heard. But I was very curious to know what everybody else has heard. We had comments from
a lot of people.
But somebody was talking about, they heard something maybe a little bit different, and I'm like, I can see where you're coming from on that.
Yeah, but there's two very distinct ones that I'm not entertaining any other.
It's clear as day.
Clear as day. My dad is the biggest skeptic. And I was trying to play it for him. And he's got hearing aids.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad. And he was having a hard time. Like he couldn't. I'm like, did you hear that? He goes, no. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And my mom's like, I heard it.
Do I have a setting on your phone? I
don't know. Can I connect a Bluetooth on your hearing aids, man? They do that. Do that.
Just play it straight in.
Yeah, just straight into his in there. But he's a big skeptic, and my mom was critiquing us the whole bit. I was just like, all right, you know what? It was our first investigation.
How was the critique? Like, why are you doing it like this?
No, her critique was like, you guys need to stop talking as much and like sit in areas. And I was like, well, I was trying to, in the editing, I was trying to emphasize, when we were split up, I was trying to really get people to see that I was down below, you were upstairs. I couldn't really hear, you couldn't hear me talking. I couldn't hear you talking. I could hear you walking. There was a couple of times I could hear you talking if I was right underneath you and listening intently. And then when you were when you did the stomps, I could hear it pretty, it was loud as shit. But
we were investigation virgins, Mom. All right.
Yeah.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
We're trying our best.
And we caught stuff.
We're unqualified. We're just here.
But that's why we're doing it, because we're unqualified. But I mean, but still though, and you need to go back and watch this video because there's so much context. The reason it's so compelling is we have two distinct answers to two distinct questions that are directly related.
Yeah, it's hard to deny. I want to
And we do, in full transparency, the one noise we called it inaudible could be contamination by me.
Yeah,
right?
When I play it back, I feel like I can probably see where it's coming from on your end.
It could be from me because I was... And you can see in the video, I point out Guitar Hero. And it could be me saying Guitar Hero, but it's kind of weird because you hear me saying Guitar Hero on 360, and then I say Guitar Hero, oh yeah, but you don't hear the oh yeah part, so it's kind of weird. I don't know, maybe you just didn't pick that up, but...
Different. And I'm wondering if I'm telling myself that's what it is, just because I feel like it said don't be a hero at one point, but I'm like, maybe there's a correlation between the two.
Maybe.
But,
or do you hear though, or something like that?
It's something, I can't make it out. So.
Bailey was like, what is money in Spanish? Is it dinero? And I was like, so you think this guy was going from Spanish to English?
Man, we got a bilingual.
We got a bilingual spirit? That's wild, man.
He said C.
Yeah. That's why everyone's getting up different interpretations.
Damn, I need an interpreter for...
Yeah, we need to bring an interpreter with us.
Yeah.
Back to the shop. Sorry, Jeff.
Carla, I know you listen. You know Spanish really well.
Tell us, Carla, if that's a Spanish
What
speaking
does it say?
entity.
Translate for us.
But what's interesting about the shop is that it's not very big. It's pretty small, which makes your evidence with your dad very compelling. When you hear the stomps in one area, directly over you guys, where you guys were making noise, where it's known to trigger the haunting, I guess. I don't know what you call it. The activity.
Yeah, something, dude.
And then you hear it again. You guys said you heard it again. You didn't hear anybody like walking upstairs. It was like boom, boom, and then when you went to the other end, boom, boom.
Yeah, you're saying it's like a cramped area. Not,
Yeah.
I mean, super cramped, but it's a small
Well,
area.
it kind of is because there's a lot of
There's
like a lot of stuff in there, like a lot of tools,
there's
and
a lot of obstacles you got to walk around at this point. But I mean, even then, if it was like an open space, how it was downstairs, then when you hear the footsteps in the back of the building over your head once, and then run across, and obviously, how you said it takes about like a minute, not even a minute, like
30 seconds.
30 seconds to even get across this downstairs, just to walk down there, and then you immediately tell him, and hear the stomps again. There's no way that you cannot hear that person above you walk with you.
right.
Like, it's hard to.
I mean, even like when we were walking around up there, like it's an old shop. It's got old flooring. The stairs were so loud. Like even
Honestly, I think the stairs scared me the most.
yeah, and
It started creaking. I said, "Oh."
but even in the damn cat laser. That was another thing too. Like we had to like make sure we knew where the cat was because when we were hearing in the beginning when we heard something, we were like, "Did you hear that?" And we look over, we're like, it's the cat.
Damn cat.
Damn cat. But we did hear somebody shush us from the stairs. It was very.
Did you shush us?
Yeah. That was pretty loud because we both were like,
Bilingual, sassy ass ghost.
yeah, definitely Latina. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh.
Ooh. Whoa. But yeah, you guys need to go check out that investigation because we're going to have some more fun stuff coming up. I'm kind of torn where I want to go next.
I don't know. I think we should go somewhere.
I kind of want to get out of Atchison.
Yeah, I know. It's hard just because there's a lot there I want to cover and go do. I think the Sally House would be a lot of fun. I think we do pretty well there, but I'm also like really curious for the
Belvoir. Mm-hmm. Oddfellows. Yeah. Yeah, that one intrigues me too, but we gotta figure out like where in Belvoir we're gonna go because there's so many spots over there. The old hospital, the old orphanage, the hotel.
Do some research and
yeah, we'll have to look it up.
Pick up the hottest spots.
Yeah. Yeah. But another interesting thing was we were talking about before we discovered we were having technical difficulties. Every time this happens. But we were talking about how it was kind of a weird week afterwards. And
wait, after what?
After the investigation, we had kind of some weird stuff happened.
Oh yeah, see, dude, now I'm just so torn. Us fucking up.
Yeah.
Us fucking me up.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry, you two. All right.
I can bleep it out. It's fine.
Take two.
It's fine. No, just keep going, dude. I can bleep it out. It's fine. I spend it's really funny if you watch the investigation, like I bleep half the stuff we say, and then the other half I just miss.
I didn't see that. I was like, or listen to it.
Because it's when we're doing the intro from the truck after we were done, you said the SHIT word, and then not 2 seconds later you said it again, and I bleeped it out the second time.
But not the first time.
So.
I don't even. It's so bad. I never even.
Goat editor.
I can't even.
Goat editor. But anyways, after the investigation, it was kind of a weird week. I'm trying to set you up for this.
You're so right. It was a really weird week because if you remember from the first episode when I was talking about the whole ghost story from going from Jeff's shop, leaving there after we did everything, going to my grandma's house, and the whole story of it potentially following me there, taking
a likening,
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say a little small obsession I am mad about, but
that's fine, dude. You can have that. That's all you.
But it took like the presence of me, and she saw that, and went to go touch my shoulder when she got closer, and I was gone. She was really freaked out about it. It was a whole ordeal for a while. And kind of sometimes still just kind of like, maybe Grandma, do we really believe you?
Yeah.
I want to because it sounds kind of cool to me. But after, we went home after Jeff's shop doing the investigation. And the next day I was out doing some stuff, running around with the kids. And Jaysha calls me. She's at home by herself. And she keeps asking, like, dude, I keep seeing you walk past the stairs. Front and the ones that go downstairs. And she's like, I don't know, maybe it's something else. I'm like, maybe it's just the cat's ear.
The cat's ear.
How do you confuse the cat's ear versus me? She's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to talk myself out of it. I'm just sitting here and I just keep seeing you. So can you please just come home?
Poor Jaysha. That lines up with like the other weird stuff. It seems like it's your family.
Who knows?
Because your uncle had the covers pulled off of him. My dad's like, oh, there's gonna be an explanation. I'm like, his wife can corroborate it.
Yeah.
Like,
there has to be an explanation for it. Yeah. I mean, I think once it started freaking him out, everyone's kind of believing it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to think it's fun and games when everyone just keeps talking about it, but when you get to a point where you're bringing in a pastor or a priest to bless things, it's kind of like, I don't think he's playing anymore.
Yeah.
And
have you told him?
Hell no.
Did he watch this episode?
I'm sure he did.
You think so?
I don't know, but I hadn't said anything.
I'm just surprised if he had. Jeff, you should go check it out. I'm just surprised, like, if he, because if he did, I feel like he'd have some things to say to you, specifically, or your dad.
He might. Yeah. Either way, they haven't talked to me yet. I'm sure they'll hear something.
Yeah, dude. I feel bad, but at the same time, like, I was excited about it.
I just hope we didn't stir too much shit up to where it.
I don't feel like we were antagonizing it.
No, I don't think so either. But I don't want it to provoke it enough to where it just brings activity again for him.
Well,
we don't want anymore, but.
I mean, when we were there, the only activity we got was, catching stuff on the voice recorder. We didn't hear any stomping. We heard a shush.
True.
Which it was hard to pick that up. I don't know.
We both heard it. I mean.
Well, I think the problem was because the camera was facing like the opposite direction, and so I don't think the mic was pointed at that direction to pick it up. But we heard it.
We did. And obviously, if you haven't seen, I can't function in front of a camera, so I'm not an actor.
Yeah. So. That you are not. That you are not. But yeah, once again, I'm going to go ahead and plug that episode. Go check out. I don't even know what it's called. The episode titled. I'm just going to link it in the video and in the description.
I'm so sorry, I don't remember.
Just go watch it. It's great.
It was a fun time. Listeners only. The investigations are going to be a little bit hard to just put on audio, so you need to follow.
So bebop over onto YouTube and subscribe.
Otherwise, I'm going to be describing the investigation too much in the video.
It's going to be horrible.
Weird on one end or the other. So
it's going to be horrible. We're not doing that. I'm sorry.
So audio listeners, please go and watch the investigation side on
yes.
YouTube.
Yes, please. But now we're going to segue into what some would call the limestone theory or the stone tape theory.
Yeah, we were told limestone may be a natural earth recorder for paranormal activity or just the paranormal in general, just holding up energy or.
Yeah, so it's a paranormal belief that limestone, and I'm reading this right off of a ton of different links.
Go ahead and make us look smart.
I'm gonna try. It's a paranormal belief that limestone has the ability to absorb and release psychic and electromagnetic energies. I know there's gonna be some people that follow us and that listen to us that are like, you guys haven't heard of the limestone theory? No, we haven't heard of the limestone theory.
Again, Mom, we were investigation virgins.
Yeah. Like, we're intrigued by the paranormal, okay? We're not saying we're experts in the paranormal.
Right.
So, excuse you. Anyways, it's also known as the stone tape theory. It suggests that limestone can hang on to energy from the past and replay it like a video or audio tape. And it's used to explain why some places are more haunted than others. And it's also used to explain why the same events seem to repeat themselves in some hauntings, which Bailey asked me a really tough question. She goes, well, then does that mean those places are actually haunted?
That's what I was going to think too.
And I was like, I don't know.
Haunted,
It's kind of,
is it just
just an echo. Exactly. But what's interesting to me is
the timing of when it happens.
Not just the timing, but like think like when we're asking a very distinct question, are you mad? And we get a yes.
Yeah.
Will you tell us why you're mad? No. But to play devil's advocate to that, it could be, well, the energy stored in the limestone, that could be the echo, could just be, maybe that it's answered that question before,
I don't think limestone is like a computer where it has
RAM
information in it where it's going to choose
SSD cards
when to send it out.
That's true.
Like, he asked this question. My stone brain's telling me to send this one out. In my saved file I have on.
I don't know, but then
my desktop.
I guess I'm intrigued by what what it's really supposed to mean then, because it would make sense. We've heard of what are they called, like residual hauntings or repetitive hauntings or something, where it's like the same thing is reported over and over. I might have just made that up.
Over my head.
Sounded good though. But when you go somewhere and it's like, yeah, people report seeing a lady in a dress walking down the stairs, but it's the same thing that people see, right? It's playing on a loop.
I feel like that just comes down to mass hysteria.
Could be. Where you are told something happens, now it's in your head, and now you're like, I'm gonna see this, and now you're thinking, okay, now I'm seeing this kind of thing or experiencing this.
Exactly. It's kind of like how I was saying on the voice recorder. I hear something, and I'm just going to keep telling myself it's what I hear. So, love to hear everybody else's comments on it. Cause
yeah, but it's funny you say that, because I brought that up to my dad, and he was like, he goes, well, you have to understand how. And my dad is not like an expert in audio technology or anything. He wears hearing aids. That's all. That's all he's got. He was trying to tell me the sound wave hits your, and he was using all technical terms, then it bounces and then it goes to your brain and then your brain interprets it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand that's how sound works, but that doesn't explain. I'm not hearing a random noise and saying, oh, it's no. I'm not making up this conversation that we're having. You're saying these actual words to me. I'm hearing the words that you are turning into sound waves that are going into my ear and interpreting the same thing that you're saying. So I was like, that doesn't make sense what you're saying. You're just trying really hard to rain on my parade and discredit me, your own son.
That's when you just, hey, okay, Dad.
Yeah.
Take his hearing aid and be like, well, what are you interpreting now?
Yeah. Come here. Bring your ear in.
Sorry, dude.
It is what it is. Anyways, back to the history of the limestone tape theory. Sorry, I'm yawning. It's 11:19.
4 hours past your bedtime.
Yeah, no, seriously. Well, 3 hours. The stone tape theory was proposed in the 1970s by Thomas Charles Lethbridge, an archaeologist who became a parapsychologist. It was inspired by the 1972 film The Stone Tape, which depicts researchers trying to find how memories are being recorded in stones. Now, what's interesting is that the stone tape theory is not only exclusive to limestone. Events from the past can be recorded on rocks such as limestone and lithologies containing quartz or areas with a high abundance of magnetite or quartz deposits. Therefore, paranormal activity should only occur in a location where these features are present. Atchison definitely hits one of those. But that begs another question. Is my bourbon all made in haunted locations? because limestone's a pretty important part of that process.
Am I drinking ghosts?
Am I drinking paranormal juice?
Oh.
Fermented paranormal ghosts?
That'd be me as a ghost. Like, I'll ferment your bourbon.
Yeah. Drink me. That sounds bad. I have to edit that out.
Nonsense.
What are your thoughts? I don't know how you, like...
I don't really know about limestone, dude. Sometimes, or that theory, it also kind of brings me back to when people are always about talking about, crystals and
Right.
kind of.
I'm looking up places high on limestone, not limestone.
No offense to those people that do that, but I'm just kind of like, I don't.
Yeah.
I can believe the paranormal, but I can't believe in rocks.
What do you mean you can't believe in rocks? They're a thing.
Well, I just mean I can't believe like a rock would have a impact on something somehow.
Well, places that contain limestone, quartz, and magnetite include the United States, Brazil, Ghana, and Sweden. That's not really what I was asking, but...
And are those the most haunted places anywhere?
Maybe. Well, I bet Brazil's haunted. And Ghana?
Brazil?
Ghana? Spell Ghana.
Ghana?
Yeah. Ghana. You're GH. You're 40% of the way there to spelling ghosts.
Oh. We're getting gonorrhea.
Is that where that comes from?
That's where it originated.
Originated?
Originated. That's where it originated.
That's
where I caught it.
First off, you've been to Ghana?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me, dude.
Nope. That's where I caught it.
I'm thirsty, dude. I had jambalaya tonight, so a lot of
salty.
Yep, a lot of sodium. Yeah, I don't know on the limestone theory. It's just a theory. I mean, it made an archaeologist go from archaeology to parapsychology.
True.
Again, what is the question we always ask about these people?
Do they just have a brain tumor?
Is it a brain tumor, or are these undiagnosed schizophrenics?
Some sort of mental disorder, or undiagnosed brain tumor?
A benign brain tumor that you just live with.
Yeah, because
1 millimeter midline shift, just enough.
Because apparently, just being weird does not warrant a CT.
Yeah, it does not.
Go there and be like, I can't just give you a CT because you're weird.
That would be an expensive intervention because you're weird.
Insurance company would be like, I am not paying.
Yeah, because you're weird. You're just weird.
You're just an odd dude, man.
I'd be if I was a doctor, be like, all right, strap him in.
That's why I'd be fired so fast. He's weird. Check his head.
Check his head. And we're doing contrast.
Yeah.
Sorry about it.
Oh.
You're not coming into my psych unit without getting a CT.
I ain't getting nobody that's possessed here. I'm already gonna deal with these crazies.
They probably are. They could be. I'm gonna start hiring priests. On-call priest.
Everybody gets an exorcism before admitted to the floor.
Yeah, yeah. That's protocol. Sorry. EMS hold for exorcism. That'll be the rooms will then be like, instead of you're going to, like, you know how KU has like, they have Bell Hospital, Cambridge, and then I can't.
Yeah, several campuses.
Yeah, they have several camp in one area. It's going to be X1, X2, X3, Exorcism 1, 2, 3, and it's going to be in a super like, and we're going to make sure they're like super dirty, and like, you know, like rusty looking.
Yeah, like did the Vatican move to KU?
Yeah. Why is it stone in here? Why is it limestone in here?
Hey,
there you go. Yeah, there you go.
That's why Jay Show's been asking, like, why do we have so much limestone?
Yeah, why are you buying limestone?
trying to bring work home.
Yeah, why are you calling limestone RS?
There's a boulder in our basement.
Yeah. And candles around it. Yeah. And salt.
And a weird star.
Yeah. It's a misshapen star. And every time I walk into it, I get dizzy.
Shit feels weird. You need a CT, bro.
Yeah. It sounds like getting a good CT, Jasha. I'm sorry. This was your way of finding out. We got more paranormal stories. I got a story from my parents tonight, which was pretty good. I told her to email it to me, but she was like, I'm not going to email it to you. So I was like, all right.
That's another critique. Thanks, Kathy.
Yeah. Why don't you just email me, Ma? Love you, Ma.
Can't just type it up. Type up all your critiques and send it as well.
Yeah, and we'll receive it, but we're not going to read it.
Delete.
What do you got written down there?
What do you mean?
On your laptop.
Oh, I got the picture for you to be able to post here.
Oh, you got a picture?
Yeah. Picture of, I have a historical picture of when it was, well, obviously they took cameras, but
What am I looking at?
the place I'm going to talk about.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, is this the shop? Like what?
No.
This doesn't look like the shop.
No, this is a historical photo, like a photo from a long time ago.
I got you.
Where it was, and then I have one of it today.
Oh, cool. Cool. Well, let's. What is it? RiverHouse.
Yeah, I mean, most commonly known as RiverHouse.
Okay.
For everybody.
Well, the floor is yours. Educate us.
All right. Well, this week I have a story. Did a little research on, sort of personal because I had a little experience there too. But
is this in Atchison too?
It is in Atchison.
God, dude, one of these days we're gonna get out of this town.
No, this week we're staying there a little bit. Sorry, guys. I'm talking about the River House for everybody that's familiar with the area. Well, mostly known as River House, and then it became another restaurant later on. And
Is this did you work here?
I did, yeah.
This is the place you showed me with the lions out front.
No, that was the pool.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry.
That's okay. All right. So, anyways, yeah, we're talking about River House here. I'll have Ryan edit picture here.
I'm just not gonna put an edit there. So you're gonna look.
Post here.
You're gonna look really stupid. Just so you know.
I've been told I'm very awkward on this, so.
Yeah, by your sister.
Other people, please post photo.
I'm not putting anything there,
dude. Okay, well, then, this is just embarrassing. Then.
Yeah, well, this is how it goes.
All right, well, so River House here. Initially, it was built in 1870, so super old building. Wow. It was first started off as...
Alf?
I know, sorry. Rewind. All right, built in 1870, it served as a railroad office.
This feels like it's tying into another story.
It served as the headquarters for the Atchison and Nebraska Railroad. So I guess it was like kind of like your...
A&R?
Corporate office, maybe?
I don't know. I only know of like BNSF or whatever. I don't know if that's the right order of letters, but it's those four letters.
They were building railroads through there.
BNSF was?
No.
Or the one you're talking about?
People, I don't know.
The people?
Them.
The real? The guy at Mount Vernon?
Yeah, that dude. But, so it was headquarters for the Atchison, Nebraska Railroad. I'm guessing until they finished the railroads, which was apparently very quickly because in 1887, a lady named Miss Lula. Sorry, I do know this name. Sorry. Miss Lula Donahue. No. Miss Lula Donahue.
Why don't you say the name one more time?
Lula Donahue. No, I can't say
Donahue?
Donahue. Thank you.
My God.
Okay, in 1887, Miss Lula Donahue.
Oh my God, you said her name 10 times now, and we haven't moved forward yet.
Because
What did Lula Donahue do?
Donahue, because I can't say the name.
God.
Anyway, she purchased the building, and she turned it into, then it was called a female boarders, but AKA it was actually a brothel.
Oh, God. This is why Atchison's so cursed.
And it was a brothel for a while.
Sure.
Made it at least documented it through World War I and at least into maybe the 1940s. But it like slowly transitioned into just a actual boarding home.
For
It seems like probably, I don't know.
promiscuous women?
No. I think it was.
That was a joke. I thought you were going to get it.
I didn't hear it, and I'm just getting nervous.
Promiscuous women.
I see now.
Okay.
Got you.
Let's move on.
Sorry, I didn't
It's fine.
chime in on that one.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So we're in a boarding home now.
Yeah, turned into a boarding home.
So it started off as a corporate office for a railroad, went to a brothel, and now it's a boarding home.
Yeah, it slowly transitioned. I'm guessing we said, all right, let's get the hose out of here. The war's done. Now the boys need somewhere to stay, and now it's becoming more proper.
That's
We're
terrible.
starting to write stuff down on newspapers, and we're just getting caught here. Tone it down a bit.
The hell is this? Sorry.
So it became a boarding home, and then timeline becomes a little unknown here for a little bit. So at some point when it turned from a boarding home, it then became a peanut butter factory.
What the hell, man?
I don't know. This is a multi-use building, I guess.
It's definitely got to have a variety of activity in there.
And then again, unknown how long it was, because the brothel was in 1887, probably to the 1940s, and then from 1940 till it became the RiverHouse, it's kind of really iffy on when it transitioned to those from the boarding home.
Yeah, the whole thing's iffy.
Yeah, boarding home, peanut butter factory, and then I'm wondering if it was vacant for a while before it became, somebody bought it and then restored it into a restaurant. They named it the RiverHouse.
Wait a minute. I think I have heard of this place.
You have?
I think so. Now that you're mentioning it, I think I have heard of the RiverHouse, the haunted restaurant.
Maybe.
I think I've heard you tell stories about this, actually.
That's probably where you heard it,
Yeah.
yeah. 'Cause
Like lights flickering and shit.
Yeah. So it sits right there on the corner of the river. Atchison runs right along Missouri River. And then, so
Atchison wants to be in Missouri so bad, but the river's like, no,
it's our cutoff.
we're not going to taint
Says
Missouri.
you can look at us, but you can't.
Yeah, you can look at us, but you can't come over. That's good. Okay, sorry.
And so the RiverHouse ended up shutting down probably around 2010 to 2012, because around 2012, around the 2010, 2012, it became Peppermill.
Peppermint, like,
Called Peppermill and Co. It was just another restaurant that took over.
oh, I was thinking Pepperidge Farms.
I gotcha. Yeah, no, it was
But
just
that's
another
not-
restaurant, and nothing's there now. They shut down too.
So is it just an abandoned building?
It was up for auction like within the last year, so who knows what it's going to be now, or if it even got bought out.
Wonder how much it is. I feel like it's got to be cheap.
$487,000 is what it started out as. I
Wow.
looked it up today. I don't know why I keep looking at you.
You can look at me, but you can look at the camera too, like
$487,000.
from the realtor.
I got connections.
So tell me about your time there at RiverHouse.
All right, yeah.
Because I'm starting to remember. I'm starting to like the wheels are turning a little bit.
So it became into the restaurant, and when the second owners of, not the RiverHouse, but the owners of the Peppermill & Co., they invited a few I guess, events over to kind of like emphasize on the activity there, because it was known prior to them. Because the RiverHouse employees, they claimed a lot of activity as well. They claimed reports of like mirrors breaking or like being thrown across the room. Same thing with like cups and dishes, and said mainly happened at like nighttime. And then a lot of them speculated that the women's restroom was really haunted, but they did not emphasize or elaborate on
like what it was
happening there. They just said women's bathroom is sketchy.
Okay, who was the dude that was going in there and like messing with women? Come on, dude.
So around 2012, 2013, these two women came and did an investigation there, and ended up being on the show My Ghost Story. It was on A&E. It was I felt like it was a little silly.
Was it?
Yeah. But then again, we also just did an investigation where we, did a voice recorder and heard things. I was going to like do a quick recap of what it was, because you can go back and watch the show. They called it the Lulu Ghouls.
God, Atchison is so corny, dude. So corny.
When they, as soon as they walked in, which this is why I think it's funny, because when they walked in to the Pepper Mill, this also because I worked there for a little bit.
At Pepper Mill or RiverHouse?
Pepper Mill. Okay. Pepper Mill, I worked there. So when they walked in the front door, the show, they were like, "Oh my God, I can just feel the presence here. It is just, oh my God, it's chilling. It is crazy." I'm like, no, you just walked in the front door, bro.
Yeah, the heat's on.
Yeah. No,
it's winter. The heat's on.
Like, we literally just left when you walked in.
Yeah.
So just so corny, funny. And then obviously I just felt like they were trying really hard to get content out of it and just walking in. But sorry here. So when after they said they walked in, they're like, "Oh, we just feel presence here." They said that we broke out our EVP immediately, and as soon as we turned it on, we have a voice that says, "They're here."
It was probably employees like, "Hey."
It was probably me.
Yeah.
Oh God, they're here.
Yeah.
I've been dicking around trying to do the silverware.
So oh God, they're here.
Get out of here. And so they knew the brothel owner's name was Lulu Donahue. So that's why they called it the.
We should put a counter on this episode on how many times you say this lady's name.
I just want to get it right. So they said they get this spirit box out, and they're asking questions, trying to taunt her, and for some reason they randomly just said, we were like, "Lulu, you're gonna get arrested again." And their EVP response was, "I don't give a crap." Like legit? Like did you listen to it? Yeah, they play it back.
Is it pretty funny?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And it definitely sounds like a angry old lady, but I think she would cuss like, "I don't give a crap."
Is that what it sounded like?
Yeah. It's just super funny. I just couldn't take it seriously, but they were trying really hard. And so they ended up going down to the basement, and it was towards like the back of the building where nobody ever really went, 'cause I think it was mainly just storage. But they were like, "Nobody even knows the basement's here. We're gonna go there and investigate it."
What does that mean? Nobody knows the basement's here.
They're like, nobody ever. They barely even know it's here, and nobody goes down here. Like, nah, it's just storage.
And then they switch to an interview of you. It's like, yeah, I go down there and get the potatoes every morning.
Yeah.
Or something.
They asked me to go there and grab the things that's stored there.
Yeah.
So when they walk in the basement, one of the investigators say, like, I can feel somebody touching me right now. And they're looking around, they're like, "But nobody's here, nobody's touching me, but I can feel them." And they also, so they get another EVP out, and that EVP screams, "Die!" And apparently they were too scared, so then they just packed their stuff up and left. But that is them doing their investigation there, which was really funny. I just feel like compared to people who have actual experiences there, it was, you know, very mild, or I guess not as theatrical.
Yeah. Sure.
So I guess I'll start with, I was going to say, like, my experience there when I worked there. Usually the waiters would be the last two waiters. It was really small, so maybe two of us were there when we were closing up, and everyone else was gone, just finishing up some cleaning and, like, wrapping up silverware for the next day. And a lot of times we did that. It was 2 levels. Downstairs was kind of more formal, and then upstairs was bar seating and kind of informal seating. So we would do it at the bar upstairs, and it was a pretty good sized bar, you know. I don't know how to. It was this long.
That was it? Yeah, you're like, it's pretty good. It's pretty big.
It's pretty.
Fits maybe 2 people.
I forget that my arms don't go very far.
Yeah. You're like, yep. Yeah, that's about right. 2 people. 2-seater.
Sorry. It was probably about like 8 bar lights.
Okay. That's better. That paints a better picture than you sticking your arms out. So it was like this big.
It was so.
You can't. It's my arms are off screen. You can't even see how big.
Anyway, we were rolling silverware.
Sure, you were rolling silverware.
Yeah, sitting there just talking, rolling up silverware, and one bar, the first one on the very far end, starts swinging back and forth, and looking at him like, do the lights do that on purpose? And she's like, nah, I've seen it happen before. I'm like, oh, okay. And then the next light started right next to it, started going, but then they were like in sync. And then the 3rd light went, 4th light went, all the way down till they all were swinging, just in sync.
Was there a vent anywhere? Well.
Would just weirdly start, and they like started at different times. Just started going.
So like, do you just ignore it? Like,
yeah, I was like,
you just pretend you're not seeing it.
Yeah, and then we heard some like commotion in the back room over by the bathrooms. Maybe it's the women's bathroom.
Yeah, sketchy stuff. These women.
And I'm just like, who's here still? And they're like, nobody. It's just us, dude. So, she's like, I told you. I hear this shit all the time. It just sounds like maybe some like rustling around. I'm like, dude, sure we don't have like a raccoon in here, or
something plausible.
Something. Or like, nah. And then it sounds. Then you hear a lot of like walking around, creaking, and usually, yeah, we heard a lot of movement upstairs. If we were downstairs.
I thought you had something like crazy happen there.
Light swinging, we heard, you know, people like walking around, things falling. But
I mean,
that's why I feel like nothing super crazy there. The lights were really weird. I know people I worked with says they heard like a lady screaming upstairs a few times. And again, I'm like, you sure nobody had to go up there and check that somebody's still here?
Yeah. And didn't hurt themselves or something.
Yeah. Like, the bathroom's haunted. No, Shirley fell.
Yeah. Again, we keep over serving her.
Go get her.
Go get her.
But yeah, most of the time when we heard like people walking around upstairs or things falling, it was just usually at the closing time, and knowing that it was just like yourself there or you and another waiter maybe, and you both were either in the same area, or hard to explain. But I do have a friend who worked at the RiverHouse when it was RiverHouse, and I asked her to send in some stories, or at least tell me what happened if she had anything experienced there. Her name's Nicole. When she worked at the RiverHouse, she said the mop buckets would always move when they were.
What does that mean?
Like she said that you would leave the mop bucket somewhere, and then you'd go back upstairs to get it again, and it'd be moved in a completely different area.
Yeah,
But no,
that could be explained.
like, so is somebody else doing it? Like, no, usually because she said even at when they worked at the RiverHouse, same thing, just smaller restaurant. So it'd be like herself closing or her and another person closing, and she'd be like, well, I would be the one mopping upstairs, somebody else downstairs. And you go downstairs, talk to them, go back upstairs, and it's moved.
You never know.
Who knows? I'm trying to help you out, Nicole.
Yeah, I feel like that one could be explained.
She said it happened all the time. So they also said drinks on the table would move and be knocked off. Always had a lot of steps walking around, how we heard. So they heard them walking up and down the stairs, even though when you're downstairs, sitting there just doing what you do as a waiter closing.
It's a great explanation of your job.
What waiters do.
What waiters do, waiting to leave.
But they said you could hear them walking down the stairs when you can see the stairs and you see like, damn, nobody's coming, but I can hear it. They said a lot of doors would slam, especially the back door to like an open entertainment space that you could rent out upstairs. But they said mainly
It's probably the main brothel room.
probably.
Privacy, like.
Yeah, the girls slam the door like, damn it, John.
John,
Keep
again?
opening this door.
John and Shirley. We got Shirley the drunk and John trying to get into the brothel.
Every weekend, guys.
You
keep saying it's a ghost, and it's not.
It's Shirley every Wednesday night.
Just here for Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah. Thirsty Shirley. Damn, I thought I was going to rhyme better, but it didn't.
You tried.
I tried.
Yeah, the mop buckets. Or the ghost just was like, God damn, Nicole, you suck at mopping.
Yeah, let's speed it up, Nicole.
Yeah. You know what?
I want you to leave.
She's going downstairs, so I'm going to just mop myself.
You guys are disturbing me all day. I just want to rest.
Get out.
Get out.
I'll just do it myself.
Golly.
She's like, she said, like, these MFers really hate mop buckets. So that's why I was like, or maybe you just really suck at cleaning.
Yeah. So it's still a functioning restaurant? No. You said it's no longer. It's just up for auction.
Yeah, they closed it, and then it was up for auction. So who knows what happened after that?
So the bank owns it right now, or
I don't know. I think the auction was closed, so maybe somebody bought it.
Maybe. Interesting.
I'm thinking its main function is as a restaurant, so we'll see. They have a really nice outdoor patio that they turned into.
Maybe they could turn into like a museum kind of thing.
Yeah, or an event space, something.
Yeah. My parents had a story for me tonight. And
that's not emailed.
The one that's not emailed that they refused to do. I don't know if she's refusing to do it, but she just like didn't really acknowledge me when I said it. So here we go. So I don't know how long ago this was, but it's significant to me because my dad is a huge skeptic on most things. They went down to Austin, Texas for a Hootie and the Blowfish concert.
Oh.
Darius Rucker, OG Darius Rucker. And they were staying at a famous hotel down there that's known to be haunted called the Driscoll Hotel.
He needs his hearing aids now.
Yeah, probably because of the Hootie. It's off 6th, so it's like downtown Austin. And there's they didn't know they couldn't remember which floor, but one of the floors is like known to have a lot of activity. And their friends, the Amoses, were on that floor. And Carmen was like, hell no, I want a new room. I ain't staying on this floor. My parents were on a completely different floor. But they said they had activity on 2 different nights. The first night, my dad said about 2 or 3 in the morning, he woke up and the bedroom light was on. And he thought my mom had gotten up to go to the bathroom and just hit the wrong light. And so he started giving her shit, like calling out to her going, Kathy, like, you turned the wrong light on. You turned the bedroom light on, blah, blah, blah. My mom,
Damn it, you did it again.
My mom was laying right next to him going, I'm not, like, I'm right here. I never got up. And he was like, oh.
Who are you yelling at?
Yeah. So he was like, oh, that's weird. And then they said the next day when they were like getting ready to check out, they were in their room, like packing. And he was explaining the walls were like just white, like eggshell walls. And he said there was like a light switch, and then right next to the light switch was a thermostat. And he said next to the thermostat on the wall were like little kid drawings. And he said before that, the wall was clean. There was nothing on it because my dad always messes with the thermostat and they turn the lights on, all that stuff. And he said before they checked out, there was like little block people, like, like a little kid would draw on the wall. Oh. And one of the stories at Driscoll Hotel is that a little girl died there. She fell down the stairs and died. And there's like other stuff where like a lady committed suicide because of like marital problems or something. So they've had a couple of, wrong, I don't want to say like wrongful death, but untimely deaths. But he said it really struck a chord with him because of the little girl that was reported that died there. And then they see a drawing on the wall before they check out. He goes, look, I can explain the light thing because maybe they have something, where they're controlling the lights, but they're trying to mess with you because it's, they have that, they're known to be a haunted hotel. And so maybe someone's doing something mess with you. He goes, even to me, I'm like, why would they pick your room though? Like,
and your mom's like, I mean, if she would have chosen a different color, if she would have used drew her hair better.
Yeah. Right. But then he said the one with the little girl, like in the drawing, he said that was weird. I can't explain that one. And my mom was like, well, he was like, what if like the cleaning crew came in? My mom was like, no, like we were in the room. We slept there and then we got up and packed and we're leaving and we saw it. So he can't really explain that one, Pop. I don't call my dad Pop. I don't know why I said that.
Wake up. Damn it. I'm not going to say that name. I was going to say Consuelo or something.
What's wrong with Consuela? It's fine. You think maybe like if they control the light switch, they go, hey, when you go into this room, draw a little kid picture.
Wake up, damn, Brett, quit drawing on my wall.
Yeah.
It's like wiping off her apron. Sorry.
You got me. You got me.
Walking around the sheets like, hey, you guys want to see something real funny?
Yeah. Go check out room 1302. In about 20 minutes, they're going to freak.
I really got him on this
I got him on this one, Consuela.
She said I was told to fold the toilet paper real nice.
Yeah.
I drew on their wall.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Oh my God, it's 11:54.
It is.
All right, you got anything else?
No.
All right, you tapped out. Okay, you didn't have to actually have to do that, but
They said to tap it out, man.
well, we got to plug it. Go ahead and like this video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Go check us out on Spotify, Apple, and Amazon Music to check out our audio versions of the podcast.
Anywhere you find your podcast.
Anywhere you find your podcasts. We're looking to have another investigation sometime here soon. But stay, share this video, and we're going to drop more content. I got a behind-the-scenes thing to drop, which was our fiasco of trying to get on Spotify and other podcast platforms, which was just
another technical difficulty.
More technological difficulties for JP and Ryan.
I swear I'm not that old.
I don't do it. It's just things are so complicated now. And it really isn't complicated, but it was like the hoops we had to jump through just to like get it going.
A little frustrating, but we made it through.
We made it through. That's it's all about. You just keep trucking forward. But yeah, go ahead and say your tagline.
Stay spooky, y'all.
That's it? Y'all?
Oh, I forget. Stay spooky, my fellow haunties.
All right, we're out.
Signing out.